Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. And for my new subscribers, I'm glad you're joining us. My name is Yvonne. Today's video is a craft along. I'm going to make two tags as a start in my fabric softcover journal. If you missed the flip through of this journal, the link to that video will be in the description box. Life got in the way, so I didn't do anything in this journal as of yet. So let's get started. I prepared some items because, like I said in the last video, it takes me quite some time to decide what I really want to use, and then everything would take far too long. So I want to start with this tag. The people who inspired me to make these tags, I will link in the description box, also because it's not my idea. I really liked it, and well, every time we make something we saw from another creator, it will turn out a little bit different than the original. This I prepared because the sewing machine, it is right next to me, but then the camera setting is a little difficult. I have some upholstery fabric that I used, and this I really liked, the curly stuff. I don't think it's supposed to be in the fabric, but it was here on the swatch piece I had. And I really liked the effect. This is sheer organza with a swirl kind of pattern on it, and I made a ruffle and sewed it on the middle of the fabric. And this is going to be on the tag, and the base of the tag. Put my little items away. The base will be, I think it's German. It's from a printable. I don't know where I got this, but I really like the font. So this is what I had in mind to cut the tag from. And I'm contemplating if I want a straight edge or more like a torn one, because I have the decal paper cutter from Tim Holtz, and I really like that effect. So I'm going to try it because I have 2 pages. If I don't like it, I can always start again. I have the tail ruler, but sometimes it's easier to use this. Then it's easier to get real straight. It's not always the effect you want, but sometimes it's fine. Oh, no. I don't want anything extra, just the text. See how it looks. Yeah, it's just a bit, you hardly see that it's not straight, so I like that. Yeah. I just want just a bit of the text, so I'm not really the person for eyeballing things, so I am measuring. I'm too precise for eyeballing. Sometimes I succeed to do that. So I'm learning. I printed a lace digital on the back, but I don't know if it picks really up, but it's a bit peachy colored, and I don't really, yeah, if I see it on the screen it looks fine, but I have this cut out. I really liked it as a border for the text this book belongs to, but then I positioned this on here and it just blends. So I cut this circle of my favorite green paper a little bit bigger, and I really like that because it stands out more. But then I thought maybe I like it even better to use my green paper covering the complete tag, and I think I do. I think I like it better this way. So I'll save this for another time. It'll always come in handy. Let's see how tall it has to be. Also, just the text. Yeah, then I have enough. Unfortunately, this paper is no longer available at the store where I bought it, and I really think it's a shame because I so like it. But well, I have to search for a new favorite green color in paper. It's still hard for me to start really journaling. I have ideas what to journal about, but getting myself started, I don't know why, but it's not something I always did. I never journaled. When I was much younger, I like to write stories, but yeah, that was more like a fantasy, like yeah, writing a book or starting to write a book. But otherwise, my head is so full that if I start writing, I can't stop. I have the feeling that I have to write everything. And of course, that's not necessary, but I think that's the part that keeps holding me back from real journaling. So this will be hopefully a start, and small subjects, small yeah, memories I want to write about, and I hopefully I can evolve in that. Some glue. I like the wet glue because you always have time to move the papers around, and this one, it's you go over it and it's gone. So that's a nice thing. I'll be inking around the edges, so the bit of peach that is peeking through won't be that much of a problem. I see that I cut it a bit small, but I can trim this. It doesn't really matter. It's just a bit. Let's see, I haven't got it all the way, so I'm gonna trim it a bit. Yeah, when you just want a millimeter or something, this is what happens, but you can trim it a bit. Like that. Problem solved. And I don't mind if it's a bit rougher than the original cutting of the trimmer. It makes a lot of noise, the paper trimmer. Sometimes a nail file will help. Now that's the base. And because I want this real loose, I don't want to further sew it, because then you would sew it here on the sides, and I like the effect that has wiggle room. So I'm just going to put some double-sided tape on top and a little bit of glue. But first I'm gonna ink this and work on the back, because then this isn't bothering me when I want to stick things on here. I really like inking, makes it all stand out a bit more. It doesn't have to be, if you like it the way it is, it's fine. I'm real glad that I'm filming a video again. I really like making them, but we had such a busy time at the rebuild, not a rebuild, the remodeling of the house of my daughter. So it was very busy there. There was not much crafting time. I am preparing to make a new journal, and I always like it to see what I want as a cover, fabric or wallpaper or something, and then choosing the pages. That's always a fun thing to do. I have a lot of pages to choose from, and then I have to make decisions. So that will be difficult again. Oh, I can make this first. This is from a very large, kind of a doily, a tablecloth. And it were all these flower-like circles attached to one another. So I just cut one, and I want to glue it here, and then put this metal embellishment on there. And this was pretty much like the way I saw it on, I think on Instagram, but I'll link her down below. I really love the way she made hers. I think with a picture on it. It was also very nice. But because I have a lot of these elements and I hardly use them, so yeah, that's a shame. I started January of this year that I told myself I want to use up more of my supplies. I have so much, and I'm doing okay with that. I did buy some crafting supplies this year, but way less than other years. And some digitals. But I also have a lot of them. But sometimes we have to support our fellow crafters. I will be doing a video where I flip through a journal I recently bought. It's the first journal I ever bought from another creator. So I was very excited to receive it yesterday, but I still have to film it. But you can keep an eye on for that video if you like flip-throughs. On here, I always like when I see stamps or something where it says this book belongs to, and then you can write your name. And now I see, because I made more text to maybe put on here, and now I see that I also have my name is, because yeah, it's in Dutch, ik heet, but it's, in a way, it's the same. So that's double. I don't need that. If I put this here, let's see, it went again, like this, the two pink flowers, and I want to position this a bit behind there. And then maybe I can write my name. It doesn't have to be my last name. My first name, I think, is enough. That'll be a challenge too, because I really don't like my handwriting, and I tried hand lettering a couple of times, and yeah, I don't like the result, so I have to see how I'm going to put my name in there. And I also made these. but I don't know if it's too much, so I had to make the tag first. Here it says ik ben, and in a way it's I am, but I want to put my age right now and where I live. I saw this from Specimen Journals. Every time she starts a new journal, she puts this same information, but at the current time. So maybe she moved, or yeah, she has a different age, of course. Can be, and I really like the idea. And then I have 3 of these. I made a journal, but I always need a lot of time to complete things, or like now, this is the journal was already made some time ago, and now I'm working in it for the first time. So I want to put the date that I made the journal, and I want to put the date the first time I worked in the journal. And then the date will come when I put my last entry in. But I was afraid that it would be a bit much. I think I can manage. Of course, these dates, I want to make them with a date stamp. I have this one, and I can adjust that to the correct date. So that's not taking up a real great amount of space. I think I'll do it like this. Yeah, this can go. And I had one made, my hobbies, but it'll be too much. Maybe some other time. I think I'm going to glue this first to the circle. But it's a bit stuck to each other. And then I can glue it on more easily. I hope the glue won't seep through. The brown paper, it's kind of a packaging paper. I also really like this, but it's real thin. I think it's okay with the glue. Otherwise, I would have used double-sided tape. I also like double-sided tape. I used it a lot in scrapbooking. I have a lot of rolls left. Oh, I need the glue. I made this sponge for the needle, and I always forget to put the needle in. I'm sticking myself with the needle. This week we have great weather in the Netherlands. I'm very excited. It's a bit late summer, and the summer hasn't been that great this year, so this is great, such nice weather. And not hot, like the kind of weather where you can really do all kinds of things. So that's nice. I'm going to put that right underneath, because the town I live in is not very long, so it will fit here. Yeah, H will always fit there. Maybe I'm going to use stamps, and then I can leave some space in between for the date stamp. And I think this will, yeah, this will fit to put it behind there. Only on the top of my head, I can't remember when I made the journal exactly. So I have to look that up and put that date on later. But I will be writing my name later. I won't be doing it on camera because I don't know exactly how I'm going to write all this in hopes that it will be a nice handwriting. Yeah, I really like this. Yeah, it's just simple. I'm thinking if it needs something, but I can always do that later. Of course, I have to put the dates there, and today, what's today? I hit my calendar, I think it's the 17th. It's still in August. It's already gone. 17th. I think 17th. We'll just check. And just make a print. Here it's going to be. And then my perfectionism kicks in, getting it a bit in the middle. Okay. Let's see if I have these, but I don't know if they're too big to put my age. Oh, I think that'll be all right. Yeah, then I have to use black. Is it? I never use black. I think it's so hard inking in black. but because this had to stand out from the craft color, so now I'm stamping in black. Let's see. This is Versamark, so it's very yeah, it's an amazing, but I don't know if I think it's too I don't know the English word. Yeah, like pristine, but I don't know if that would be the good word. It doesn't really matter that much, the distress ink. A bit crooked, but I'm not gonna try again because I will be failing at that. And these things are the things I really have to get used to, it not being that perfect. Because I can't make this again. Yeah, I can make this again, but I won't. Ah, such a learning curve. But hey. Yeah. Then I have to clean this a bit. Yeah. Just a bit of textile glue. And I wanted the words just to peek above it. And then I'll stick it down. In the example, the creator had a large safety pin, and I like that, but not to copy everything. But I was thinking maybe just something small here with a dangle. Let's see what we have. I like the key, but I don't know if I have real small ones. Always like keys. Let's see if I have a different color. This color's okay. Let's see what I have. I really like this key. It's big, but it can be. But I see I have a lot of small ones also. I like the design of this key. Yeah, it's not really a key. It has a different ending, but it can be a key. But this is like, yeah, a bit middle-agey, and the font is also like that, so that's something I really like together. This one also. Yeah, one of these. No more thinking. Because I keep thinking one of these. The small one or the big one. Doesn't really matter. I like this one. Okay. Let's see if this works, or maybe I have to put a jump ring on. I'm not really going through the fabric. Harder than I thought getting through. It will be thick. Now let's see how it holds up in the, and I like this all loose, not everything has to be stuck down always. And on the back is my personal information. Yeah, and it will go in the front pocket, because that's where the information should be. So I will see if this holds up, otherwise I'll put a jump ring on that it can stay more flat. Yeah, my first entry. Yay! The second tag I wanted to make. Some time ago I posted all this as a picture. I also saw this. Oh, that's another one. Maybe. And it's all layered up. This is from a digital. I will link her Instagram down below and her YouTube. It started that I journaled, and like I said, I don't like my handwriting, so a tip from another YouTuber to type it and print it, and I really liked it, so I took a script like handwriting and I typed it, and this is about the photograph, because this is my mom when she was little, and this is the story about The recording stopped, so I am in the second part. On this tag, I'm telling the story about that my aunts used to tell me that I look like my mom, and I never saw it the way they did. And I never realized I was comparing myself at the age I was then, and my mom was at the age then. But now, when my mom passed away recently, and when I saw when she was a child, when I saw those pictures, I saw really good the way we look alike. So that's what I typed on this tag. And then I wanted to use up scrapbook paper because I have a lot of that. And I thought this looked nice together, but then I want something on this side. And to let the red come back, I chose this, but this was a small card, so it didn't fit the large tag. I can, I'll glue this on first and then we'll go step by step further. Then this is already made. I'm using the big bottle. This is a larger surface, and then the other bottle is fine. This is, a lot more glue comes out, and that's why I bought the little bottles for more precise gluing, but such big surfaces, then this is fine. And this is just a Vellum sticker and the little label. So then that's already done. And I have tag dies for my die cutting machine, and they make the torn edge. I really like that. Okay, on the back side, because this was too small, I was thinking about book page, but I also have, of course, my favorite green paper. I embossed it. It didn't really go well because it's breaking, but yeah, I don't really mind. And I really like the green. I like it better than the book page, because I don't want too much script, because this vellum it's a vintage leather, and I printed it on transparency paper, and it will go over this, and then this wouldn't be looking very good. So now I have something there. I want something there, and I like both. I have the pink. It's always also with vintage. I always use it in the right direction, but it's not always looking very good then. So then I thought maybe like this, because then the script is, it is smaller here, and then it's the other way around, and it looks very different. So this is something I like with the pink, because it's just a small part. Or this, it's from, it looks a magazine, a vintage magazine, but this is a printable. The numbers, it's also nice, but I think I really like the pop of color Like this. No. And I also have this, but yeah, I think it's a bit much, and I don't know if I like it if this peeks a bit through with the red. So I don't think I'll do that. And this will go over it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I can glue this on. I'm going to cut a piece here. So it's more manageable. Yeah. I can put the glue until there, little mark. For this I'll use the glue stick. I like the wet glue. Let's see, that's the top. Not too much. Let's see if I can follow the pattern a bit from the tag. A bit of fussy cutting. If I wouldn't have made the video, then you can stick everything down and then run it through the die cutting machine, and then of course it lines up perfectly. But for just a small part, it's okay. It works. I'll ink up this edge because these I can always do later, but this has to be done now. See how high some of the leaves. Maybe I can cut it with the decal. You can find the line. And now let's see if I did it. Okay. I can always trim it a bit more. I'll ink around it. And then always can adjust it a little bit more. I think I'll use the glue stick because it's already breaking. I don't know if the wet glue will seep through then. I don't know why it breaks. The paper was pretty sturdy. I didn't wet it, but yeah, it was so sturdy. I thought it would hold up okay. But unfortunately it didn't. No, I have to trim it a bit. It's hard to get it exactly the same. Like that. And ink around it. You can still feel the wet glue a bit. It's going all sides. But it will dry and then be fine. It's a bit bumpy now, but that doesn't matter. But I don't want it to be that bulky. A bit of something on top. I always like that. Let's see what else I have. It's like a bit of scrap. No, that's too different. It's very thin. It's a bit large, but maybe I can. Like that. That's not in here. Some of this green. I also like it. see, but some days it's always very difficult to see what's the right way up. I almost forgot I wanted to do this. And that changes everything, because now it needs something, but with this on top of it, it's already completely different. I think I like it like this. Yeah, that will be gone if I put that on top. Maybe like this. And then this on top with the green. Yeah, I'm going to cut it like this. And I can take that as a measurement. And I am going to cut this with the paper trimmer, and it doesn't have to be exact because it's on top and loose, so that doesn't matter. I can cut it with this. Let's see where the lines are. I think it's a bit large, but I can trim this later. This I can always use. It's so like vellum and prints on vellum. It's such a great addition to a journal. Also, like I like it as a complete page in a journal. Such an amazing effect. Like this. That's the way I thought it would be. And now I have a bit more. I have to cut off the top. At the top. In the corners to make it a real tab. A tag, not a tab. And then I only attach it here so it'll flip up. It won't be that visible, but I always like to edge it with a little ink so you can see it just a bit more. Luckily my printer takes the transparency paper very well, and it hardly has to dry, the ink, so that's nice. And I use it a lot because in the beginning I printed on normal paper, and with the wax of a candle I made the paper into vellum. But yeah, that's some work, and you have to use a special, a different iron, because it will be all waxy. And now I just print on the transparency paper and it's good to go. There's a little sticking out. And now not anymore. Let's see how I want this. Now you don't see the flowers anymore, but the green is just peeking out a bit. Difficult again. Yeah, I like this better. Okay. I'm thinking if I want to stitch that. How long does it have to be? Like that, just a bit. Maybe the other side like that. I don't mind that it's smaller there. It doesn't have to be that exact. I think I'll put just a bit glue here, that it stays in the vellum. And it's not running away on me. Please let me know if you would love to see more craft with me videos, because I like making them, and yeah, if you like watching them, then I'll be making more. I think I'm going to try to staple it. Not easy part. Yeah, it's a bit crooked and I like it. I always make everything so straight and exact. I want something on here because it's all scripty. Maybe a nice label. I'll link below whose labels these are, because I really like them, because they're very different from the other labels. Although it's both script, I think it won't be that much of a problem. Let's see, because these are all scripty. Completely different color. I don't think there's anything green. That's too big, because I want to see the green showing. It's too big. This maybe in combination with a number. Let's see. Or maybe the red also. That's real red. I don't think there's much red in here. Ink it up a bit. And it looks different already. Let's see. No, no red. Here's also a bit of red in the number. I don't know if there is enough pink. I want to try how this looks. Yeah, I like that the pink is just a bit. Yeah, All right. Let's glue this on. Still not sticking it in there. Also, this little label makes it a little heavier, so the vellum doesn't really curl up. It on the edges a bit, but I don't mind. Now you don't see the embossing anymore, but if you flip it up, you'll see it. Because now you don't see it at all. Yeah, I like the way it turned out. It just speaks through. And like this, you can see the beautiful image. And on the back is my story. And this also, I wanted, it's all clogged up, the glue. Like that. And this, I want also in the front pocket, or maybe later that I make something here, but then it has to also be in a pocket, so I think I'll leave it in here, these two. Because it doesn't want to go in. Because this is the story about the front, the image on the cover. So I don't want to stick it in the back or something. Like that. And that's my first entry to this journal. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. If you liked this video, I would love a like and a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye!